Industry reports recently highlighted a structural shift in corporate finance. KPMG asked its own auditor for a fee discount. The request followed KPMG's internal adoption of artificial intelligence tools. These systems improved baseline audit efficiency to such a degree that the manual intervention required to complete the work dropped significantly. This chart tracks the plunging effort required to process complex financial data. As algorithmic tools reduce the manual labor needed to execute these tasks, the cost of those services should theoretically decline at the same rate. Historically, accounting fees are rigid. Corporate budgets are built on the assumption that these costs only scale upward, making a request for a discount an indictment of the status quo. The billable hour model collapses when applied to technology. It is difficult to justify charging for human time when a properly tuned system completes hours of analytical work in seconds. The KPMG story proves that the billable hour accounting model is mathematically obsolete in the age of algorithmic efficiency. Businesses currently face a tightening labor market, where the salaries required to hire competent finance professionals continue to climb. Operational complexity makes this worse. Most companies rely on fragmented software systems, isolated platforms that do not natively share data. This creates a paradox. Companies pay escalating labor premiums to extract and organize information, even as the raw analytical power of AI has become an inexpensive commodity. Every time a staff member manually moves data between siloed systems, the business pays a friction tax. This pits the slow, expensive reality of manual human labor against the instant execution of algorithmic computation. To capture the economic dividend of AI, companies must restructure how finance, technology, and automation interact. To understand the current inefficiency, we have to look at the baseline architecture of the legacy finance model used by most mid-market companies. The first silo is the CPA firm, separate from operations. Companies then add a fractional CFO and tech consultant. These roles remain disconnected by fragmented systems, forcing the business to pay multiple times to move the same data. When strategy, compliance, and technology are separated, the resulting friction slows every decision. This leads to information lag. By the time raw data is reconciled and presented to leadership, the financial insight is often weeks old. The legacy model taxes the business for its own inefficiency, charging by the hour to manually bridge gaps that shouldn't exist. The alternative is an integrated agentic solution. These models unify human financial strategy with autonomous software agents, all within one operational roof. The firm CFO Tech developed this specific architectural model to provide a unified financial and technical service. This approach treats corporate finance as a specialized branch of information technology. Engineering-based systems convert variable human accounting tasks into standardized, repeatable technical workflows. Because these automated outputs are predictable and scalable, the model replaces open-ended billable hours with a fixed flat fee. Instead of managing disparate vendors, leadership interacts with an agentic stack, where human oversight and automated processing function as a single entity. This guarantees that raw data generation is immediately synchronized with high-level strategic insight. A zero-friction finance department requires 4 interconnected components. First, the CTO engineers the system architecture and data plumbing. Second, AI services handle high-volume data processing at scale. These AI agents remove the fragmented software layers previously requiring manual labor. Third is the controller and staff. With AI handling data entry, human staff shifts to high-level data verification and auditing. Finally, the CFO translates the resulting data into financial strategy. This creates a feedback loop where strategic needs inform technical adjustments. This integrated stack removes boundaries between software, automation, and leadership. Transitioning to this model requires corporate leadership to abandon their reliance on the billable hour advisory structure. The C-suite must stop viewing the finance department as a headcount and start managing it as a tech stack. This involves bringing technology infrastructure and financial strategy together under a single leadership umbrella. Intelligent automation is specifically targeted at the most fragmented software layers in order to seamlessly connect these disparate legacy systems. Once deployed, reporting lag times drop from weeks to hours as operational friction is eliminated. Implementation succeeds when a synchronized operational machine replaces the fragmented labor pool. A software license alone cannot bridge these gaps. This chart compares the financial trajectories. The red curve shows the fully impacted cost, salary, benefits, overhead for a legacy team. It trends steeply upward. The blue curve represents the integrated agentic solution, starting lower and remaining completely flat. This predictable structure is possible only when the provider controls both the tech stack and the strategy. The metric of success for the modern enterprise is the reduction of the absolute cost of producing business information. Companies gain superior operational visibility at a fraction of the cost of the legacy model. CFO Tech provides the architecture for this operational competitive advantage. The emergence of artificial intelligence necessitates executive integration, where effective financial strategy depends on a unified technological stack.